Hey everybody, Adam from Team Switch here, and tonight we're back with some curses. So, I tweeted out kind of last week, early this week, talking about wanting to look over some challenge deck lists. Part of that got sparked when Repo Cheap, the Curse Master himself, decided, wow, decided to tweet out his performance. Yikes. Yo, so much for this being a lo-fi playlist, yo. So, Repo Cheap tweeted out that he was playing in the 5-0 bracket. He was playing the 5-0 match, and it was him versus another player playing a mono black list. So I was like, ooh, okay. Well, that's a pretty wild 5-0 pairing. So I decided I want to kind of check out some of the lists, and when I looked through them, not a whole lot really jumped out at me. I do love playing curses, so I was super excited, and always super excited for Repo Cheap. And I guess we'll kind of go over some stuff right now. So first, this is Repo Cheap's third place challenge deck list. Basically, the only change from this to this list from the previous list we played is the 2 Field of Ruin are gone, and we have 2 more basic swamps, which makes enough sense. So, at the top, this is a 4-color control deck. Basically, bolts, prismatic endings. It's yet another Murktide Regent deck. Shocking. This was Repo Cheap's opponent. So this was the other mono black deck in the finals, or in the 5-0 bracket. So it's 4 Dauthi Voidwalker, a Marlin of the Morn Song, 4 opposition agent. This is a lock, in case you're not aware. If you have opposition agent in play and play Marlin the Morn Song, beginning of your opponent's draw step, instead of drawing a card, they pay 3 life, and you get to search their library, and you get to play the card. Guess what? You're probably just taking all the coolest cards out of their deck. Yup. It's pretty neat. 4 Karn the Great Creator, 1 Karn Scion of Urza, with another in the sideboard. So this is just like a value engine. It's going to dig through your deck. It's going to help you find any pieces you might be missing. It's going to create constructs. It's going to do its thing. 4 Dark Ritual, Mox Diamond, Expedition Map. It's a whole pile. Good tutors. Blast Zone, Ifnir Deadlands, Inventor's Fair, Caracas. All sorts of things that you might want to tutor up with Expo Map, which you can find off Saga. Pithing Needle, a Retrofitter Foundry, a Shadow Spear, an Underworld Cookbook, 4 Serum Powder. This is going to help push you into more combo-centric hands, because you're also playing Helm of Obedience and Leyline of the Void. Now, for anyone who somehow has stumbled upon my channel and is not aware of the interaction between Helm of Obedience and Leyline of the Void, Helm of Obedience is an artifact that you can pay X, tap, and put X cards from the top of target player's library into their graveyard until X cards are placed into their graveyard, or a creature is placed into the graveyard. If you get a creature, you reanimate it. So, because Helm is old, and the wording is how you say bad, what happens is, with Leyline of the Void, or Rest in Peace, or the like in play, Helm of Obedience activates, puts cards into their graveyard, which Leyline or Rip say go to exile instead. So Helm keeps saying, hey, but we have to put X cards in their graveyard. Let me try again. and it keeps trying to put cards into their graveyard, which it is incapable of doing because of the replacement effect of Leyline of the Void or Rest in Peace, at which point you exile your opponent's entire library, and then they go to their draw step and lose the game. So, this list is much more in on trying to combo kill your opponent. You're very much trying to assemble Helm, Leyline, or Karn, Lattice. Like, this is a bunch... This deck is kind of like a mono-black legacy version of the vintage deck 2-card Monty. You have a series of 2 cards that have some overlap, and you just jam the 2 of them together and try to end your opponent. Of course, the 4th Helm of Obedience is in your sideboard, because we do play Karn the Great Creator, and we can just wish for it. So, this was Repo-Cheap's opponent. This deck was actually pretty interesting, and I was 50% to play this tonight. So, now that I've closed it, the rest of the breakdown looks kind of like what you'd expect. There's a bunch of Delver, lands, 4-color control with the Bant X piles, and none of that really jumped out at me. There was a Jeskai Stoneblade list playing Ragavan that I thought was pretty interesting and that I might explore in the future, but as of currently, my rental account cannot handle such things, so we're not playing that tonight. So after looking over everything and looking at kind of what jumped out at me as interesting and fun, I came to the conclusion that Curses was what I wanted to do tonight. So tonight we're playing Curses. Again, the only changes being 2 more Swamp instead of the 2 Field of Ruin. So, with all of that said, done, and out of the way, let's kick this pig and get started. I hope everyone is having a great Wednesday evening. I hope your week is going well. So, for anyone who has not caught any of my previous streams and somehow does not follow me on any social media platform, I will be going live again Friday evening, probably in the range of 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. What I will be playing is yet TBD. Well, we lost the die roll. That's unfortunate. I'm currently trying to organize a stream with another local player. We're just trying to make sure schedules all line up. So we'll see how that goes. But if that doesn't pan out, I will definitely be in for another solo stream. And we'll see what happens. Maybe we play some more Vintage Cube. I don't work Saturdays, so I could go down the rabbit hole again for 3+ hours. Or play some Legacy, maybe even some Vintage. With Eternal Weekend on the horizon, I am interested in such things. Okay, so what does this button do? I just need a mana source, right? If I have mana source, this is turn to Karn, wish for Helm? Like, this kind of sucks. But, like, okay. I think I'm gonna keep it. Put this Leyline into play. Like, yeah, Mana Source just wins us the game. Tropical Island, Noble Hierarch. Okay. Play this. In the event that our opponent is somehow a Daze deck. Cast this. I'm going to imprint Dark Ritual here. I'm going to play this Chalice on 0. And then play this other Chalice of the Void on 1. So, let's see how our opponent feels about all of this. Force Pitch Brainstorm. Okay, okay. I mean, I did basically tell you that your Brainstorm was hot garbage. So I suppose throwing it away is the only reasonable solution. Alright, Sylvan Library. I will once again try to play this Chalice of the Void on 1. I mean, so like, realistically here, there's a reasonable chance that our opponent is just playing Infect. Like, the Delta as fetch land would be strange. But I'm not... Okay. Some sort of bug or 4-color Green Sun Zenith deck? Drist. Yes. What are you blowing up? Nothing. You're just gonna make a 1-1. That's fine. Mana Source. That's not a Mana Source deck. Yikes. Okay. Oof. So, there is not a particular reason for me to F6 here. It's pretty well known that the deck plays Sudden Edict to this point, so... Yep, you're making more bugs. So what I really want to draw here is exactly Soul Land. I want to draw a Soul Land because Soul Land gets me Karn, Wish for Helm. Is this oof? Yikes. That's pretty rough. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yikes. Okay. Agreed. Not so floppy taco indeed. Looking pretty bad, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean... Puts us to 9. Okay. Yikes. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Alright, so opponent is on some sort of bug shenanigans. During your upkeep, exile all creatures and planes are... Yeah, okay. So, like, all of this seems reasonable, right? What do I not like here? Interesting. Foundry seems of questionable value. I think I'd rather have the Needle, for one. And then... cut Edicts for Engineers? Op Agent seems good, but I don't know what Op Agent is better than. These Chalices are of questionable value if her opponent is a Bug Noble Hierarch pile. I think I'm going to cut these Chalices, bring in the Spheres and the Op Agents. Like, Trinity Sphere still has value if we can crank it out early. I think everything else is kind of questionable. So let's run that. Yep. Okay. So... Huh. I think I'm gonna keep this. I think this Hagra Mauling is gonna go down. Ancient Tomb. Chrome Mox. Imprint Hagra Mauling. Pass. We can flash in the Op Agent. Which we're gonna do. Got a Force of Will? You do have a Force of Will. Okay. That seems fine, though. Ice Fang Coatl. What's the deal here? Noble, sure. We go? We go. Ritual? Curse? This feels like it has to be pretty good, right? Trophy. Okay. I will indeed search. I'm gonna find my basic. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just like Karn. Down. Yup. So this is assuredly bait, right? Like... I mean, yeah. Ooh. Float one. Get Needle. Name Grist. You. Black. How many Assassin's Trophies can you have, opponent? I'm gonna make the answer be all of them. The answer is assuredly just make this be all of them. So, like, I'm gonna be real right now. I still have no idea what opponent is doing. Just, like, not at all. I wish I had literally, like, they're a Bug Green Sun Zenith deck. And, like, Bug Zenith was a thing for a while. But, like, it's kind of been a minute since that was, you know, in vogue, if you will. So, also, Travis, in the event that you're curious, we went with wine. Also, again, for anybody who's curious about where this strange assortment of music is coming from, this is from a site called Stream Beats. They do a bunch of cool royalty-free music for content creators. They have a series of different offerings, from like some rock and metal stuff to lo-fi to all sorts of other stuff. Fish, what's going on? So if you are ever looking for music to enjoy while you create content, I would recommend Streambeats. It's been rad. Fish, we're cursing people. Game 1 we lost to not drawing mana sources. Yes, I accept. You got a knight? You have an Uro. Okay. I don't care about your Uro. Always yield. I would love to use this. I would love to get Overwhelming Splendor. Might as well cast this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't cast this. I will, however, cast Trinisphere. That's fair, Sonny. Opponent's all excited now that they get to attack for one. Boy, opponent, do I have bad news. Saga. Yes, D&T streams, however, are a thing and will continue to be a thing for the foreseeable future. However, this is way more rad. Alright. Is this like a thing that I should be thinking about? I could see cutting Trinisphere here, because opponent's probably going to get out in front of it. This is definitely important. I could cut 3 Trinisphere, bring in 3 Sudden Edict. I don't hate that. But opponent also showed me that they were willing to keep a like 1 land hand with a Noble Hierarch last time. Trinisphere does feel weak. I mean, Greg, this deck can be called whatever you want it to be called. I think that I do like the notion of this. Trinisphere seems pretty bad. I mean, Travis, you guys are the ones that kept heckling me to come back out, so. Huh. This is questionable? Engineers, because they play Grist the Hunger Tide, and they made a bunch of insects at us last time, so if I name Insect with this, I feel like we're in a good spot. This feels of questionable power level. This is not the curse we want, though. This hand does really powerful things, but I don't think it's the powerful things we need it to do. I'm gonna mulligan. Well, that feels okay. I'm gonna ship Urborg, I guess? Urborg. I did. I did win the last game. I swear to you, if opponent just, like, rando fetches in their next turn, I will absolutely just ritual out this op agent. No questions. Oh, we absolutely meme. Is this fine? Sick. Alright. Oh. Welcome everybody to Opposition Agent as Stone Rain. Yup. Can I cast this? Yeah, you get to brainstorm. I mean, no kidding, right? Like, gas. Yeah, this was, I think we may have memed this opponent right out of the game. And we showed this to them in game 2, I might add. Like, they are aware that this is in our deck. Okay. Sick. I have no reason to play any of these cards at the present moment. Fetch, you coward. You won't. Well, that's not what we wanted. I should be. If opponent fetches, I just get to steal another land from their deck. Opponent. Yeah, it's constant. They're literally never getting another... This is so good. Yeah, this is atrocious. Yeah, it's just a forever thing. Fetch. 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 Do it, coward. Yeah, this opposition agent's just gonna go the distance. My hand just answers any blocker they could possibly produce. This is so savage. Alright, cool. Well, there's a nice quick 2-0. A 2-1. So we're on the board for tonight. Opponent knew that Opposition Agent was in our deck, right? Like, they just knew. So, I cast Dark Ritual when they fetch. They just have to know, right? And then they fetch into it after the fact? Ouch. I mean, probably. Filing for comp because they're not familiar with the card. Connor, I see you out there and I appreciate your follow. I mean, we did show it to him. We assuredly showed it to our opponent. They saw it in game 2. They force of willed it in game 2. Yikes. Huh. Nope. That one. That one. Right? Yeah, we're definitely shipping a Mox. I think this is actually fine, though. Keeps getting better. I'm in. I mean, Travis, maybe opponent shouldn't have cast multiple tutors then. Sick. Seems great. I was 100% supposed to play that Saga last turn. Is our opponent just gonna do nothing for an eternity? Because I'm into that. I mean, opponent might just berserk this Dryad Arbor. Like, you're not too crazy there. But I'm just gonna start okay. Seems wise. I'm gonna make a thing. Gonna make another thing. Gonna get a Retrofitter Foundry. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna start cranking out stuff. Why do you want Erebos in this deck, Greg? Just because it's another big, giant black thing? What do you got? Also, if this is Collector Roof, this is fine, right? Like, this doesn't actually matter, because I have this Hagra Mulling. But, I'm gonna make my thing while I can. Oh, alright. No swears, just curses. We, just be oops all curses? I mean, yeah. Okay, hold up. This is a kill. So, I think what I'm supposed to do here... I can... Hagra Mauling. Force the issue. And then have better information on what to get with this Karn. Because if opponent blows in this ley line, getting Helm is bad. Or less good. So that's the line, right? Is like, now that I know what opponents got planned, I can just... I think I just wait, I guess? This takes 1 to turn this into a flyer. Okay. So... I mean... Probably, Chris. Also, who in the world let Chris in here? Chris, I thought you were, like, dead or something. My Nemicris? No. I like Chris. It's fine. Alright. Well, that's kind of gas. Okay. Wish. Yup. Volta Whispers. Combat. 5. Yeah, mono Karn draw, right? That's okay, though, because actually, like, so this Karn got us the land that we needed. Now, if this Karn survives, golden. If this card doesn't survive, we can still go Karn, Wish, get Lattice, Ritual, Lattice. That's fine. I don't care about that at all. Opponent's gonna have such a bad time. Yep. Singaru, thank you for joining us. We are playing some mono black curses this evening. Well, opponents just lost the game. Chris, thank you for the follow. Wish. Yup. Lattice. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. I want a ritual first. Cast Mycos and Lattice. Sorry. Oh. Thank you for the subs, guys. I really appreciate it. So I can play a new card. Keep this one. Plus on this. Pass. I mean, sometimes that happens, Singa, dude. Sometimes you just, like, out-control the control deck. I'm trying to figure out what opponent has as an out here. Because right now, they're not racing me. Good play. I like where your head's at, opponent. I like where your head's at. Alright. So, opponent showed us Dryad Arbor. This seems reasonable. I mean, am I just not supposed to board here? Because I'm not really sure what opponent has going on. Like, these feel good. I could hedge my bets and cut 2 Chalice. Because this just seems like it's going to be gas. Opponent is also another Dryad Arbor deck, which leads me to believe they're probably playing the card Green Sun Zenith. So I like the idea of Opposition Agent. I don't know how much I like the idea of the rest of this stuff. No, opponent just naturally... we did see Green Sun Zenith. You are correct. Correct. Also, JJ, thank you for joining us. This, once again, seems pretty atrocious. I'm gonna mulligan. This, however, looks like gas. This is turn 1 Chalice, and then Karn with Saga as a backup plan. Sure. And then we ship this Curse. I think we're pretty far away from actually casting it. I mean, that kind of thing, like, you're only, yikes, don't want that in hand ever. You're only allowed, like, up to 4, unless it's a basic land, but also, like, how many between 0 and 4 is a whole process? Sure. I see your Dryad Arbor. I accept. Alright, alright. Hear me out. We're getting there. I could have probably just eat it to them right then and there. And then, like, eat it to Stone Rain. This is grist. I'm gonna feel real bad. Oh, sure. Okay. I don't particularly care. Okay. You gonna bounce it? You're not gonna bounce it. I like it. Sudden Edict? This doesn't really help you cast Uro. Alright, Saga. Okay. Karn? Get Vaulted Whispers. Yeah, Greg, that makes a lot of sense, because this deck plays a lot of cards that basically, until its creation, were relegated to Commander Pipe Dreams. So, like, for example, Cruel Reality. Beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If they can't, they lose 5 life. I don't care about that literally at all. Like, not even close. Sick. Okay. I'm gonna play my Volta Whispers here. I'm gonna get my Leyline into play. Greg, the answer is Soul Lands, or usually you play a 5-minute enchantment called Curse of Misfortunes, that at the beginning of each one of your upkeeps tutors for another. Oh, right. Yeah. Going after Karn? Sure. You got it. Yes. All right. Foundry, Saga, gonna plus on nothing here, just to tick Karn up. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Now you have, if you attack, you do the thing. That's unfortunate. We can still beat this. So going to you get to exile my Retrofitter Foundry, that's fine. Sure. This takes this. Yup. I think we're just letting Karn die. As unfortunate as that is. There's just no reason to try to save it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, what am I looking for here? Ritual? That ain't it. This. What am I trying to do here now? I guess we can redundant Chalice on 1, which I don't necessarily think is good. Alright, sure. Black. That doesn't do anything. Cool. Just gonna pass. I need another Karn. I could also... A Curse of Misfortunes would be excellent. What do you got, opponent? I mean, yeah, it's true. But I figure opponent, this is probably going to try to kill my Saga anyway. Put this on the stack. Oh, this is targeting the Chalice. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I care about that, actually. Create. Make. I mean, sure. You are correct. Okay. I'm willing to trade these off. Sacked Kill Saga. That's something I also feel like I'm okay with. Like, we can trade this, or they can sack to kill my Saga, and I think I'm fine either way. I'll take 2 from this Thalia. Plow the thing. Oh, sure. That's unfortunate. Okay. I've got to decide what I want to do with this Saga. I think it's going to get Hagermon, you say. I don't hate that at all. We're going to float black. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cruel Reality? Yeah, that seems like... Oh, can't because of the Thalia. Sure, sure. Okay. Okay. Get a Chrome Mox. Mox is going to imprint this ley line. Black. Two, three. Hagermoling this thing. What do we got? Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's pretty I would say that's a pretty reasonable assessment. Yeah, that's fine. You got rid of the ley line. I don't know that that matters at this stage of the game. Like, you're on 3 cards in hand. Interesting. All right. So 3, another Uro, sure. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Meddling Mage. Okay. I feel like I'm getting a feeling of what opponent's doing. They're just some sort of, like, Bant plus, like, Hate Bears deck? Karn. Okay. That's fair. We're kind of off that plan anyway, but, like, I respect it. I definitely now... Yeah, no, Singadu, I think that's a pretty reasonable assessment of the way that deck building is laid out. Okay. I think I'm just dead here. Gonna pack that up. Now that I know what opponent is doing, I do think I want these Plague Engineers. I will cut Trinispheres. Edict feels good. Like, all the rest of the deck feels pretty great. I think that's still a thing we want in our lives. Could shave down to 1 Chalice, I guess. I still like the notion of Agent, I think, because opponent did Green Sun Zenith. And so that plus fetch lands, like, makes me interested in an opposition agent. Like, me casting opponent's Uro or some such feels like a pretty reasonable spot to want to be in. So, I think I'm just going to cut a Chalice. Like, I don't know that Chalice is that great. I think I'm just going to run this. Yikes. Yikes. This is a turn 1 Karn. This is a turn 1 Karn. Hemorrhage most of our hand, get bridge. Or this is just... Yeah. I'm gonna put this Engineer under it, and we're gonna Op Agent. City of Traders, Chromox. Okay, Engineer. Oh, come on. Let me have it. Got the Force of Will? Do you have the Force of Will? Nope. Alright. So what is opponent's deck? Just like Hate Bears. Renegade Rallier. Sure, okay. Gonna take Tundra. I don't think I'll ever want this for any particular reason, but I have it. Okay. So now I want to float, play this. What? I don't know what just happened there, but for some reason my City of Traders didn't sacrifice itself? Maybe? Because that's how that's supposed to work, right? You may play. Yup. I played a land as normal. Yup. Unless I'm, like, absolutely missing something. Which is possible? Yeah, it's very strange. I have no idea. Like, no perceivable idea. I'm, thinking that that is a bug. If anyone in the chat has any number of levels of judge and can explain to me so yeah, if anybody has any number of levels of judge and can tell me why this City of Traders didn't sacrifice itself, I'm listening. I don't know what I want with this card right now, so I'm just gonna plus it. Attack with Op Agent. Yeah, opponent just asked the same thing. Why is your city not sacrificed when you play the Tundra? I just said unsure, asking my chat about that now. Oh, okay. Okay. JJ, thank you for the leak. Thank you for that link. So it is confirmed a bug. Okay. Yep. I am instructing opponent that I would recommend filing for compensation. I mean, while I think this game was reasonably over anyway, that is not how that is supposed to work. I'm gonna grab this lattice. Yeah, opponent's being very, very chill about it. Yeah, opponent was very, very chill about the whole interaction, which I think is really appreciated because I was totally unaware that that was a bug that occurred. And apparently they were also not aware. So we've learned something, and opponent gets to file for comp for their league, which is rad for them. Kudos. And we're 2-0, which is pretty rad. So, on to the next one. Again, JJ, thank you for that link. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's weird. That is not an interaction that has come up before. So, strange. Oh, okay, okay. So because City doesn't see you owning the land you play, it doesn't see that as you playing a land. Okay. I guess that makes some sense, understanding the coding of it, but also gross. Very, very gross. Again, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope you are all having an excellent Wednesday evening. Again, I will be live again Friday evening, probably somewhere in the range of 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Unclear as to what yet will be played. Might be Legacy. The link is, if your opponent had a City of Traders in play and you would play the land from Agent, their city would go. Yeah, well, right, because so City of Traders, the way that it's coded on Magic Online, apparently tracks the ownership of things, not the possession of things, which is wild and wrong, but neat, I guess. Huh. But yes, I will be streaming again Friday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Might be Legacy, might be Vintage Cube. TBD. I am waiting on confirmation from another local player about a potential guest spot on the stream. Until I know for sure what's going on there. Difficult to say. This is an easy mulligan. His hand doesn't do anything. This is much more reasonable. I'm gonna put the Curse of Death's hold back. Done. Leyline in play. Okay. So, oh, there was a long pause there. I thought opponent was like, sure, Shadow Spear is fine. Yikes. Kids, if you're curious, you never want to draw that one. It means that this league is already cursed. Aghanim Mauling. Chalice. I think opponent is on taxes. I'm still gonna play this Chalice on 1 until I know otherwise. Opponent is assuredly on taxes. They're gonna get a Stoneforge Mystic. This is bad news. Kaldra. Yup. Deck. Yo. Yo. What? Gross. So, these are the things we want to be finding with Curse of Misfortunes. We never, ever want them in our hand. And now we have both of them in our hand, and life is very bad. What's even worse is they're very difficult to get out of our hand. Sick. I'm just going to take 1 billion damage off this Kaldra and probably die. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's City of Traders. Curse of Misfortunes. Yup. Yikes. Four or 5. So this Chalice is all of a sudden very bad for me because the card I want to be drawing right now is Dark Ritual to put this Cruel Reality into play. But that's not happening. Yikes. 6. 7. Yep. Go to 4. Yup. I mean, I guess. Yup. Puts us to 6. Yeah. We're just gonna be a turn behind here. Yep. Yikes. Alright. So, Death and Taxes means this Chalice is bad. Engineer is very good. I do want Needle. I may want Foundry, question mark? Guess maybe I don't want this Needle right now. Do I? Needle, dealer. Can I cut Foundry in this? Both of these spheres seem very, very good. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be cutting for them. I guess, actually, let's... Trinisphere just seems so good on the play. I could cut Curse of Fool's Wisdom, but that seems questionable. I'm just gonna run this. Yup. There's a conversation we had about like cutting a Chromox or something to that effect. I don't know if that's viable. That's an easy mulligan. Keep. Ship that down. Done. Ley line into play. Okay. This. Go. You got 'em all. Urborg. Ritual. Karn. Let's go. This is gonna get me liquid metal coating. Oh yo, please tell me you don't have a land. Please tell me you don't have a land. That's fine. That feels pretty good. Yep. Could get Sphere of Annihilation? Your upkeep, okay. Can I hemorrhage enough cards in my hand this turn? No. Mom still gets to attack and kill. I think this sets up best for the long game, though. Oh, right. This is fine. Keep this one. Cast Bridge. There you go. So this is now going to turn into plus Karn on nothing. Hagra Mauling this card from my hand for turn. There's the land from my hand for turn. I'm not really sure why they didn't fire off this Wasteland. I mean, I guess I kind of did it for them, but yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think we're in a pretty reasonable spot here. Like, they'd have to go White Source, Flicker Wisp. Yeah, which they don't have. Okay. Main 2. Port. Sure. You got it. Yep, that's fine. Aggro Brood Pit. Plus on nothing. Say go. Like, Mom gets to attack again this turn. Karn plussing naturally just kind of beats that. I don't ever want to animate this as Snaring Bridge because then it becomes victim to Swords to Plowshares or Solitude or. I just don't want to risk that. I'd rather make them have exactly Flicker Wisp or Sanctum. Nope, Skyclave Apparition. So I think that this is kind of the holding pattern for a hot minute. We're just looking to draw lands. Another Wasteland, sick. Sure. Draw every Karn, I understand. Alright, sure. Tell you what. Sign me up. I don't think I'm winning this game if I let them keep poking this Karn into oblivion. So, yep, and that's exactly what I kind of expected to happen. Yikes. Of course, the night I'm not on D&T. D&T is the thing wrecking my life. Seems about right. This kills... Okay. Yep. This is still far from over. Alright. Yep, you get to port me. That's not what we're looking for. We have a few turns. This is not a quick kill. Yep. Yikes. I mean, so what? 1, 2, 3 mana sources? I have no blockers to declare. Prelate name 0. Okay. Shutting off Chrome Mox. Reasonable. Yup. Prelate on 0 seems like a weird thing for you to want to do, but... Like, if I had a Chrome Mox, I would have already played it. Yup. Sick. Drew the thing. Good, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why this one mom keeps staying home like it matters. Yep. So, we weren't getting there anyway. Rough. Okay. Yep. Opponent, you have done the thing. Congratulations. Womp womp. Well, and there dies the 5-0 dream, but still having a pretty good night. We're 2-1. We bully Green Sun Zenith, apparently, which is not a thing that I would have consciously thought about, but Breno Roberto. Well, welcome, Breno Roberto. This may or may not be the Thunderdome. Saga City. This seems... We don't have a black source. That's the problem with this hand. We don't have a black source. I think I have to mulligan. Black source would make this hand, like, out of control good. This is fine. We're gonna ship Curse of Death's Hold down. There's an argument to not put this into play and let it be the card for Chrome Mox, but I think we get a draw step. We get to see what this looks like. it's possible we can just pitch this Curse of Misfortunes and edict them. Sick. We ride. Drillmox. Sudneuct. City of Traders. Trinisphere. Is this one good? Sick. Confirmed good. Look at us, we did it. Opponent has decided that is a good one. Yup. So, weird enough, I think I actually want to imprint this Curse of Misfortunes. I think I have a turn. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait because if we draw another black card, then I can imprint the black card and then the following turn slam Curse of Misfortunes and just get the train rolling. And again, this is kind of the punish for playing the Leyline. But, like, if we had drawn Karn, we could have said just, like, Karn down Uro. 3 mana Ponder, baby. So good. Like, so opponent is on Bant, or Bant Plus. And this Trinisphere, I think, is going to be fairly good for us. Especially with this Leyline in play, because that means Uro is an option for a clock is just off the table. Yep. Gonna watch what opponent has exiled, because that's gonna matter. Yikes. Okay. Given that opponent 3 mana pondered, I'm going to take one more turn before I decide to throw this Curse of Misfortunes into the void. I think that we have another turn. We can kind of wait it out for a minute. Again, if we draw a black card to pair with this Krillmox over 2 turns, we are going to be in pretty good shape. That's not it. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna play this. Let that go. Change course of action. We're just gonna make land drops, which I should have been doing for a few turns now. Triome, okay. So this is Omnath. Yes. 3 mana, dress down as cantrip. I accept. Blue, green, red. Okay. This is Omnath mana? Okay. That, I don't care about that at all. I guess I do care about that because the dress down means that it actually matters. Chromox. Imprint Curse of Misfortunes. Go ahead. So, we're going to take a hit from this Uro. And the game plan is untap, Cast Curse of Misfortunes. Take another hit from Uro. Yikes. 2 hits from Uro feels bad. And they're gonna get Field of the Dead going. That's also pretty gross. We just need opponent to not have Force of Will or to not leave up 3 mana for Force of Will. Alright. You. Curse. Show me Force of Will. Or Force of Negation, I suppose. Either one does the thing. Yup. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. Alright. Sure. Yikes. Okay. So now after exiling that Curse of Misfortunes, we're now down potential outs, which is not where we want to be with our lives. Yep. Yep. Misty. Get a token. This is not a great spot, not gonna lie. I have no blockers to declare. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We just die? Iteration, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because I guess if we draw exactly Curse of Deathhold. If we draw Curse of Deathhold and they don't have another force, that does the thing. That's not that. Yikes. Alright. So, opponent is on Omnath. Or, I guess they could still be just Bant with a red splash. In that regard, that's kind of what we want, right? Like, all of this is fairly good. Sphere is fine. Could board in Sphere. Yeah, yep, and that was, yeah, so, and again, Connor, thank you for following. Yeah, so we did actually run into somebody playing Omnath in one of these Bant Plus piles the other night. So, but yes, this, either way, I think that the matchup is reasonably similar. I'm going to cut 2 Chalices for 2 Sphere of Annihilations. Or just leave them. I guess we can also wish for Sphere of Annihilation. Yeah, it was wild. It was, if you remember when the 4-color Omnath first came out, and everyone was playing that weird, like, Bant Plus control deck with Loans and Omnath, it was similar to that. And at one point we actually ran into what is functionally modern elementals with dual lands and Force of Wills and Brainstorms. It's been a wild couple of weeks, man. It's been a wild couple of weeks. I guess I talked myself out of it. We're gonna keep Chalice in. And I'd rather keep this as a card target. I don't think I need Op Agent. I think the rest of this is pretty reasonable. I'm just gonna submit like this. Yikes. This has all of the things in my hand. Gross. Okay. So this has Chalice, Leyline, and then nothing. I guess? Cast. This. Like, the conjunction of two of these things, I think, is annoying enough to make this hand keepable. Because this is going to mean that Uro looks very bad. This is going to mean that all of their cantrips and their plows and stuff are bad. Not that we have much for them to plow, but... Yep. Does Trinisphere also resolve? Sick. I'm going to now get all of my F6 value. Keep an eye on their exile zone. Oh, EE. Rad. That's good. I'm sure that can only do good things for us. Rip. Yep, crack EE. Sure. Urborg, go. Connor, what are you playing these days? I know that technically the Bant Pile is a Loam deck, but that doesn't really seem like the Loam I would expect from you. Are you playing a bunch of green-white depths? Huh. Well, this ritual will be good for later. I have not seen it. Okay. Yeah, you should shoot me a list at some point. Because that would be wild. I would definitely be interested. Because I think that Loam was a really sweet deck. And I am sad to see it kind of vanish from the greater Legacy sphere. Sick. Yup. Draw Cursed Misfortunes. No? Okay. That's fine, I suppose. So, like, opponent basically just told me, like, this is your path to victory. And I'm kind of here for it. Just going to ignore this Null Rod entirely. Sweet. I will have to take a look at that here in a bit. Saga. That seems very strong. $77% seems very, very good. Sure. So, I guess, like, what is the plan now, opponent? Uro? Yup. You got it. It's gonna take you a reasonable amount of time to make that a viable thing. I also have this Sudden Edict for when you do. Speaking of Sudden Edict. Sudden Edict has assuredly came to party. Okay. Land, go. This flash in an endurance? Like, what's the game plan here, friend? Triome. Okay. Ponder's fine. Alright. Five cards? Five of the cards. Okay. Why do we keep drawing this? Can somebody explain that to me? The one card in the deck you literally never want to draw. And, like, we just keep drawing it. Okay. That makes this whole thing way more complicated. Because without being able to tutor for Overwhelming Splendor with Curse of Misfortunes, we have to take a much slower path with Cruel Reality, where we make them sacrifice stuff. Rather than just wiping their board and they don't get stuff. That is unfortunate. Dress down is fine. Yup. I mean, yeah, apparently. It's like the law or something. So... Well, when we finally draw anything other than exactly this, we should be able to cast it no problem. So this for opponent escapes in a row. With the trigger on the stack, we're going to edict them. So we're doing this here with the trigger on the stack because then they don't get the opportunity to put in a Karakas and Karakas it back. Field the deck. Gross. Good. That's spectacular. Alright. Is this Trinisphere even good? Like, I have this Dark Ritual that's reasonable. They have a billion lands in play. I guess the Trinisphere does slow the Uro from coming back, which is, like, a thing that I'm interested in. Well, let opponent decide how much it matters, I suppose. Okay. So, it makes it very much more difficult for opponent to return an Uro with this Trinisphere in play. Sure. Yep. Bonder. Alright. So, if we draw Karn here, it's very good. Because we just Karn plus untap, get lattice, go. Iteration's fine. They're just trying to bring back this Uro. So... Okay. Interesting. Combat. Yup. We're just kind of staring at each other right now, and opponent's the one with like 14 less cards in library than I have. Typhoon. You have made Shark. Okay. And this is untap Uro. The clock is getting very real. Like Karn for bridge looks very good here. Are we 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9? We're not quite Karn for lattice. We're close, but not quite. There's the Uro. You got it, opponent. Do your thing. Draw Karn. That's not Karn. 6, 10, 11, 12. Opponent has to have a thing they can fetch with this, right? Yeah, like they have to have a basic or something that gets the last one they need. Trop is already in play, Tundra's in play, Savannah's in play. Show me the thing and I'll concede. Yeah, there's the plains. Yikes. This looked so promising. And then it didn't. So this is just opponent turn all your things sideways and win the game. Yep. Sweet. Well, that's rough. 2-0 into 2-2. Still in this for, still in this to bring it around. But, wow. That was a rough sequence of draws after what looked like a pretty reasonable opening hand. Again, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. I will be back Friday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with something. Furthermore, if you are interested in seeing more of what I have done to date, eventually I'll be a real adult and like, that's the wrong one. Whoop. That's also the wrong one. Wow, I'm getting really good at this, everybody. Let's go. If you are interested in seeing more of the content I've produced thus far, the link in chat will take you to my YouTube channel, where I have uploaded the majority of what I have streamed so far. There are a couple of streams that didn't make it just because they, for whatever reason, they didn't feel quite right to edit and put to video. But it is there, including a booster box opening I did months and months and months ago at this point that is of atrocious quality. So enjoy that one, I suppose. So looking like going forward, the game plan will be 3 streams a week. Gonna try to shoot for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Ozymandias, I know you. I feel like you play some sort of combo deck. Yikes. This is so very close. Mulligan. This doesn't really do much, but I suppose. I'm gonna ship the curse. Gonna put that into play, even though, like, I'm curious as to whether or not that's a thing I should be doing. I have 2 answers to early creature. Ponder. Yup. Okay. That's always spooky. Okay. So hear me out. Chromox. Okay. Pitch a sudden eggs. Saga. Chalice on 1. So I was thinking about that. I wonder if opponent is Doomsday. But Misty Rainforest is unclear. It could also be Storm. Looking like probably Storm. No, Bug? Why? Oh, this might be Aluren. Sneaking suspicion this is Aluren. Okay. Urborg. Go ahead. Yeah. Strong feelings that this is Aluren. One, two, three, four. I have a plan. Chromox. You. This. Curse of Misfortunes. Show me your fort. Yeah. Okay. Snapcaster. Huh. Okay. Just gonna Fate Seal random. So strange. I'm so confused. Opponent just feels like this Jace is their path to victory. Yikes. Activates Jace. Oh, that's right. It just doesn't show you anymore, because, you know, that's a thing that should occur. Seriously, Wizards, please fix this. If my opponent Fate Seals me with Jace the Mind Sculpture, I should know where the card went. That's how that works. Land? Sure. Great. Good. Clearly what I wanted. Second Curse of Misfortunes. Still uncastable. Yikes. That's atrocious. I don't know if that was actively good, though. Like, were you planning on attacking with all of these things anyway? Oh, sure. That makes more sense. Yup. Land. Sick, I'm in. You. Curse of Misfortunes. Deal. We just do it again. That's fine. 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, this kills over 2 turns, which is unfortunate. Okay. 4. Ending? Is this ending for ending on Leyline? Oh, Karakas, sure. White, black. Ending on... Oh, one of the Crow Moxes. Ending on another Crow Mox, sure. I'm gonna cast this on 0. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, okay. This all seems very bad for me. Six, 7, 8, 9. I have to block Uro. Yeah. Real talk, I can literally never remember if Uro has trample or not. Just like not something I'm capable of as a person. Couldn't tell you why. Cannot ever remember whether or not Uro has trample. Well, that ain't it. Get us Chromox. Doesn't do anything. Retrofitter doesn't do anything. Alright, cool. We're gonna pack it in. So, they appear to be just some sort of bug pile. Or, like, bug plus pile. So, like, I think Chalice is of questionable quality. The question is, like, what do I want? Probably Op Agents and Spheres. Anything else? Kind of want this needle. Don't know what I want this needle for, but I kind of want it. Mostly Jace. Also, vaguely Karakas, but not in a way that I think is super crazy. I'll leave one of these in the board, bring the needle in. I like the needle better as a saga target than I do. Sure. Let me talk into such things. Yep. Play first. Yikes. Alright. Keep, I guess. Bottom redundant Trinisphere. Turn 2 Trinisphere feels like a thing we want in our lives. Sick. Good. Here's that. Good. Take it. You fool! You took the wrong one. Ancient Tomb. Now that I know that's a thing that exists in your deck, we're gonna needle that. Shutting that off feels very good for me. What's the count tonight, chat? 4? 5? Higher? Ah, yikes.
And what's worse is, like, now we also have Fool's Wisdom in hand. Yeah, that's fine. Saga. Pretty sure this just wishes for coding. If I draw Soul Land, I could be talked into wishing for, Lattice. In fact, if I probably just do. Ending my Karn? Sick. Yep. I don't think there was a reason to wish for something straight off the get there. Like, I could have feasibly gotten, Bridge, but I don't think Bridge is necessarily good. Okay. So, this is gonna get a construct, and then another construct, and then a Chromox, I think. Foundry is also reasonable. Make dude. Is this 3 mana, like, plow my construct? Because I would respect it. Drawing all of them. Just drawing all of them. I think I am just going to get Retrofitter Foundry here. Foundry is just another series of shenanigans. Yikes. Seems right. Yeah, this has been a supremely unfortunate series of events. Like, drawing 3 of the curses. It's not where we want to be. Okay. Huh. I mean, I suppose. Yup. Sure. Yeah, right? That is not something I can say I've seen in Legacy anytime ever? But opponent just Seeds of Innocence me. You have dressed down. This is where you play your Uro, right? I get sad that I didn't cast this. Yikes. Yeah, pretty spicy, not gonna lie. Okay. 7, 5. Where does this get us? Okay. So our outs include drawing exactly Sudden Edict. We're gonna do it. Yup. Grow. Take me to 2. Oh, Sudden Edict doesn't even... Yup, that seems right. Yikes. Well, okay. So, that was a series of supremely unfortunate events. Drawing all of our curses, except Curse of Misfortunes, on multiple occasions. And keeping a Chalice Trinisphere hand, well, a Leyline Trinisphere hand, Leyline Chalice Trinisphere? I don't remember. That, unfortunately proceeded to do nothing thereafter. For reference, this is the list from tonight. This is Reaple Cheap's 3rd place list from the Sunday Challenge. Again, I like this deck. I like this deck a lot. I think this deck has a lot going for it, and I really, really like the Sphere of Annihilation is the only thing that's never like really come up. Like there are points where I'm like, yeah, this seems fine, but I'm not dying for it. Everything else has been gas. Hagura Mauling is Hagura Mauling is one of the cards this deck has wanted for so long. Sudden Edict being the other one. It is slightly unfortunate that now that we're on Sudden Edict and Hagura Mauling, it is more difficult for us to answer a Planeswalker. Whereas previous versions were playing things like To the Slaughter and Murderous Rider and things of that nature. But I think that this is gas. Again, I wouldn't hate a Needle main. So I kind of want to try to find space for that if I continue to play this. I don't know where. I don't know what. I could see cutting this Retrofitter Foundry, moving it to the side, bringing the Needle main. Having access to Needle is just so good right now. But, yeah. I think that will do it for tonight. For me, everybody. Thank you again for all of you coming out and watching. Again, I will be back Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Could be Legacy, could be Vintage, could be Vintage Cube, TBD. We'll see what my friend is up to who wants to join us on stream. And if that doesn't pan out, we'll figure out something cool. Stay tuned to Twitter, Facebook, Discords, wherever you follow me. And I will keep everyone up to date as to what the plan is there. Thank you all for the follows and the subs tonight. Again, remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, and if you have Twitch Prime and aren't using your Bezos bucks elsewhere, I would greatly appreciate them. I am meeting Saturday afternoon with a local artist to start working on some channel emotes. I have some ideas that I think are going to be very cool, and I think that anyone who has interfaced with me in Paper Legacy in the past will really appreciate like the callbacks to some of these. Furthermore, I do currently have channel points enabled, but I do not have any redemption rewards set. If you have ideas for redemption rewards for channel points, tweet them at me, get them at me on Discord, shoot me messages anywhere that you can get at me. I would be interested to hear them. It has been posed that we have a channel reward where at X amount of points you can cash it in and I have to drink. That seems dangerous, but also on brand. I will consider it. But yeah, like I know a friend of mine and teammate Jeremy Pinter has a channel points reward called Story Time, where he stops what he's doing for a minute and tells you a brief story about his life, his dogs,
a magic related story, whatever you want from him at the time. I'm not a great storyteller, but we can make something happen. Alternatively, I think that one of the channel points rewards is going to be guest spots on the stream, because at the end of the day, this is fun for me. And I think that the more of you, the community, my friends that get involved, the better it is. So I will definitely be setting up a channel points reward involving guest spots on the stream. Maybe one where I will pick the deck, and one where you get to submit a list and I will just play it verbatim. Again, thank you everyone so much for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. We'll see you later. Bye.